All right, what's up, everyone? Here we are, hole number 9. Never seen a wind like this. I don't even know how to begin to shoot this. I'm kind of thinking of trying to land over up in here without a hook slice. So I'm thinking, you can see that I'm kind of aiming kind of over here with hoping that the hook is going to put this into the center a little bit. So let's just try this out. See what it looks like. Oh, geez. Come on. Get back in here. If we don't get to see this, it's going to be BS. Oh, it looks like that's out of bounds. So can't quite make it. Well, I'm sure it probably actually can. It just didn't get the best bounce. You can see I kind of hit a downslope there. Going to try something else. With that in mind, I would imagine it's not going to be consistent enough that you'll want to really mess around with that too much. Do you really want, a water ball, especially come weekend? So it's really going to make that a tough shot. You can see with where it landed. Yeah, I'm assuming it could work out. You just got to not hit the downslope, which is, essentially what mine did. Is it kind of landed on kind of a downslope pointed towards that rough there. And, if I hit it kind of a little bit better, I would have got a much higher bounce and I probably would be able to get down there. So let's take a look at this from the other perspective. It's kind of ideal to get this ball over in this fairway because it's going to give us a very straight needle. So with that in mind, kind of an alternate approach, I'm a little bit worried if I do go, max OP that it kind of lands on this river here. And we also won't have wind reduction on our second shot. So with that in mind, you kind of got to keep that factor in mind as to what you want to do here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to dial this back a little bit, go for a little bit more precision. Thinking somewhere around here, 5-ish rings. Did catch a great ball, which I'm assuming is probably going to end up pushing me into the bunker here. So that's really not going to be the best approach either, because what's going to end up, I was hoping that it would land somewhere in here with the second hop. And if we got it up there with the second hop, so, it may be good to just go straight up Kingmaker here. Wind reduction 4. I'm trying to think, is that Centurion ball? Could be a decent ball. Really good. Just to get that wind down a little bit. I'm not even sure if I'm going to get a decent guide on this one, because if my opponent does get the eagle, which I'm assuming he may, I'm not going to be able to pitch out for you guys and shoot this. And it looks like he is good to go. I'm assuming that means that I'm kind of out of this guide. So really not going to be a lot to learn here from this. I guess I can show you how to, in the event that you do wind up in this sand, you can kind of go with an approach. I'm thinking lots of left spin. Hook slice here. I'm thinking about 3 full bullseyes. 2, 3, somewhere in here. Hook slice. Oh, geez. Why is that only happening after I shoot? And it's, and you can see I get it up there. So, we would have been able to pitch that in for birdie. That's probably the most value that comes from this guide, because nothing, well, I showed you what you shouldn't do. I showed you pretty much two things that you shouldn't do. So you can see that tee shot you shouldn't do. That second tee shot you also probably shouldn't do. But aside from that, not a lot of value here other than, I did show you kind of a good hook slice shot, which could be valuable for tour play as well. Or if you do wind up in the rough there, you can at least be thinking of along the lines there, trying to get it up by the green. If you do roll into the rough or the bunker, you can see you're not going to be dead in the water. And that's kind of the best way for you to go about recovering from that, because I would have easily been able to pitch that in. And had I not put that first ball in the water, we would have still got our eagle. So, keep that in mind. You may just have to dial back the power on that hook slice. I knew that it was probably going to land 8.5 miles per hour. I'm thinking, 9, 10 rings down. So I got to make sure as that wind grows that you don't land long. You got to make sure that that first bounce hits the fairway. So if you get yourself in a scenario, make sure that you size it up, because you might have to start dialing back the power if you have a little bit better ball on, because it is going to land significantly down, 9, 10 rings on a full P shot like that. So, keep that in mind. Good luck with your rounds, guys. I'm going to run through and do another set of guides, more free to play. So if you're playing a little bit more on a budget, do check those guides out. But also if you want to just, focus on kind of maybe just a little bit fine tuning some things, still going to be worth checking out just to kind of see the way that it goes. So good luck with your rounds. Take care. See you guys on the next run through.